everybody. It's another Getting Dug with Hyde, another crazy time, 1:15 Pacific time, where we are out here on the West Coast. And my guests today, two very funny dudes, a newbie and an old bee. We've got Josh Wolf and Danny Tamberelli, everybody.
Hello. I'm the old bee.
You're the old bee.
All right.
Were you did you ever watch Pete and Pete, Adventures of Pete and Pete?
Yeah, actually.
So this is exciting for you then,
Yeah.
right?
Well, boogie boogie. Remember me?
Yeah.
And both of you guys have podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, we'll start with you. What's your podcast?
My podcast is called Off the Rails, and it's on, you can find it on iTunes.
And it's you and
Sarah Colonna.
Sarah Colonna.
Yeah, me and Sarah Colonna.
Who also is, people would know her from
Chelsea lately.
Chelsea
yeah, and it's called Off the Rails because we have not been able to stay on topic ever with any show.
Wait, but how did you know that would happen? Like, because you had to name the show first before you started doing it.
Well, because we did a couple first.
Okay.
And then we were like,
This shit's off the rails.
There you go,
That's the
nailed
title.
it. Yeah. No, it was one of those things where we would start talking about something. I think the very first show we started talking about it, something about women's rights, and ended up on asshole tattoos. And I was like, we jumped the tracks here a little bit. So we started out on something pretty important, and then somehow somebody sent us a picture of a girl getting an asshole tattoo, and we were like, okay, maybe we should really call it what it is.
How complicated can an asshole tattoo be? Is it like? Seems like it'd be very delicate, like writing on a piece of rice.
It is. Listen, you mean as far as the artist? I love how they're the artist.
The artist
with
the tattoo
job.
gun in the butthole. Like, what are they doing? Is it just like a spiral or something?
It's an upside down starfish.
brown
just
star.
so you know.
I saw one of them was a yin and yang tattoo. So the half was white and half was black, and so there was the yin and the yang of the actual asshole.
Wow.
Which is sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
Yeah, some
so
shit
I mean,
feel great.
It's the anti-bleaching. You don't want to bleach your asshole. Just get a yin and yang tattoo and put the black one in the perfect spot.
Somebody tattooed an M on one cheek and an M on the other, and had a black O, so it said "Mom." It was really like.
Well, that's troubling.
But
I don't.
in her defense, she said when she's laying on her back, it says "Wow."
I was gonna say maybe she's just a fan of the Anna Faris, Allison Janney sitcom.
Maybe big CBS
Mom.
4-camera fan. Yeah.
She couldn't get Mike and Molly on her whole asshole. Her vagina walls say how I met your mother. So Danny has a podcast as well that's with the other Pete, right?
Yeah, we're really pulling on those nostalgia heartstrings.
Yeah, and it's called The Adventures.
of Danny and Mike.
Okay.
It's real. Just figure it out. We couldn't say Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I guess we could have.
I think you could have.
could have.
I think you get away with it.
I didn't want.
I don't think anyone would step up and be like, "How dare you use that name?"
God damn it. No,
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Danny and Mike, though, is suiting. Because finally my name is first. Because I think Pete and Pete, because he was the older one.
Right.
So now, role reversal.
Wait, you
Did
always
anyone
just
know?
assumed he was the first one?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, did
I
anyone
was the
know?
younger one.
What
I was
kind
a
of
little kid.
self-esteem did you have?
I mean, I thought I had pretty good self-esteem. But
I mean, I think you were, of the two Petes, I'd call you the top Pete. Like, don't tell him I said that.
I won't.
Yeah.
Did you get an equal amount of screen time, you think?
It was different. His stuff was different. Like he was more of the like straight man and the whole thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had more of the adventure.
You were
more
wackier,
of, like,
yeah.
a little absurdist kid running around and
When you auditioned for that, how old were you when you auditioned for that?
7 years old.
So, as a 7-year-old, like, is the audition process just as grueling and horrible? Do they treat you the same way as they treat the grown-ups?
No. They definitely don't. It's a little different, I guess. So you have the
gotta
stage
smoke-
parents
yeah, you
and
guys.
smoke weed now.
My alarm went off. I got the newer
it's
iPhone,
fun.
so I can't figure out how to make the alarm louder, but I'll work that shit out.
But you have parents that are like stage parents. So they're the ones that when you're in a kid's audition, my parents are more concerned with those parents because they would try to psych the kids out. I would go up there with a box full of Matchbox cars and play with the other actors. I know Sam Levine real well from doing that because we both auditioned as kids. in New York.
He's still auditioning as a kid.
Do you know what I used to do for fun? My cousin was on a TV show called Party of Five, and at the time it was a pretty big show.
Scott
right?
Wolf, everybody.
So what
Wolfpack.
I used to do for fun, because I like to fuck with people, is I would bring Scott into auditions with me. So as soon as he sat down, other people in the room were like,
I'm not going to get this.
they're like, what's he fucking
Using
doing?
very similar
Can't go
tactics.
up against the wall.
Very similar tactics,
I was
sir.
like, go sit next to that guy and sit down and be like, ugh. Well, they told me I didn't really have to read. I'm just here.
That's
People
so
would
dick.
walk. I was trying to get as many roles as I could. Needless to say, I still didn't fucking book anything, but it was a lot of fun while it lasted. He also enjoyed that kind of messing around with it.
Yeah, it's fun to do that.
Yeah, why not?
That's fun. Does he stay in touch with Jay Moore?
I don't know if he stays in touch with Jay
I wonder
Moore.
how they got along.
On Go?
Making Go, yeah.
You know what? Go is, I think, an underrated movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a great
It's
movie.
a really great movie. Introduced us to Timothy Oliphant.
And
Like,
it
didn't really know
introduced
him
us to
before that.
type of movie where you were following 3 or 4 different storylines, at different periods. Like, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, no, that guy Doug Liman. I think he's only made one bad movie his whole career,
What was it,
and
you
that
think?
was Jumpers.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But
you know,
he made Edge of Tomorrow, which is great.
Yep.
And he made Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which wrecked one relationship and
Started another one.
made another amazing one.
It made 4 Cambodian children very happy. They ended up with a home. Maybe not all Cambodian. I may be generalizing.
Our sativa today is called Chem Diesel, and I'll hold up a little piece of it because people like to see that, and I always forget to do that sort of thing. Because when I'm normally having a pot, when I'm normally having a session with my friends, we don't stop and go.
Why not? It seems like
Hey man, this is a tree in a tiny forest. But yeah, it's really nice looking stuff. So
It tastes really nice.
yeah. But I'm normally just an edible guy, so I never smoke weed.
except for when you're on this show.
Except when I'm with you,
This is
yeah.
your third time, right?
Yeah. That one time, I don't remember the last time I had taken a hit out of a volcano, and that was like,
Yeah, you get some pretty big hits off of that thing.
oh my! And you know what else I didn't know? I had never been high around Todd before. If possible, he talks more when he's high than when he's not high.
I think he's kind of the same, but a lot of the talk is about how he's behaving the way he is because of the marijuana.
Todd Glass.
Yeah. There's a lot of describing about what's actually happening that I'm watching.
He's always he talks you through everything. Like Todd doesn't have a thought that he doesn't share for the most part. And he got, I don't know if you know this, but he got the initials of the show tattooed on his arm.
He did?
Like really small, but it's on there. Also on his butthole.
On his taint, it says 2.5 Men. Get it? CBS. I went with another CBS show. No, too late.
Wow.
I went with a callback. My callback was like, it's about 5 minutes too late. My bad.
I thought it was great. You got in the whole 2-hour block. We got all 4 shows.
We really did. We got the entire Monday night lineup.
Yeah, I guess because Big Bang Theory moved to Thursdays, didn't it? Or is it back on Mondays now?
I don't follow Big Bang Theory, believe it or not.
You don't know what
as
those nerds
closely
are up
as-
to?
No, as closely as you might think that I follow it. I was really deep in it the first 3 seasons, but it's trailed off.
3 seasons to step back.
I don't think any of them
haven't seen
smoke
3
pot, so I
episodes.
don't. I only follow the careers of people I think might smoke pot, because then I got to know stuff about them in case we get them on the show. Diamond Cheese is the indica, and it's in this monster.
Also the name of my favorite stripper.
Diamond Cheese.
What a terrible name that
What
would
an
be.
awful. Yeah, you don't want any
Gentlemen,
kind
get
of,
ready. Coming to stage number 2, Diamond Cheese.
Oh, and on the side stage, Velvet Smegma.
You know, my son used to go to a preschool that was maybe a little close to a strip club. So every now and then, when you show up to a place and you don't have enough time to go home, but it's too late just to wait there, so there's like a 40-minute grace period. Well, there happened to be a strip club right near his preschool. So when we used to show up,
Sounds perfect.
when we accidentally showed up a little early, we would go over there. And so one afternoon, the afternoon strippers are a whole different breed. So one afternoon, we're sitting up on Sniffer's Row, right? And this woman starts to walk around the corner to come on stage. And she stops for a second. She goes, no, baby. Mommy's going to work. Be right back. And I was like, oh, no. She brought the kid to work. It's like bring your kid to work at the strip club. And she came out. I couldn't
stop thinking about anything else but the kid.
I couldn't.
What's the name of this club?
Seventh Veil. I think
I have a thing for.
You know what Seventh Veil is?
Thing for naked women whose toddlers are nearby.
Yes, Seventh Veil. Yeah, I think they have a buffet now.
Oh man.
Terrible.
I don't think I'm eating at a strip club.
No, you don't need it.
There's some that have decent food.
In Portland, I guess
That's all it is.
I had a steak or some shit at that place.
at the Acropolis or something. Do you know there's a?
I wish it was Acropolis.
Do you know though there's a strip club in Portland that only serves vegan food?
That's so like.
Portland.
I mean,
the
perfect Portland, right?
Portlandia TV show
Yeah.
nails Portland. It's like it's so weird there, but
vegans?
delightfully weird. I think.
I love it.
I like it
I
a
love
lot.
performing there too.
I'll be there.
People are very nice.
I'll be there April 3rd and 4th, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think I'm
at Helium.
Yeah.
It's a gas.
Try a little bit of that diamond cheese. I think. You enjoy
You
it?
gotta wait for the cipher, man.
I'm just trying to clear this so you guys. Do you want to try the indica on one of these other pipes, or you want to do this thing? Because this thing is.
Is that like a?
It's kind of crazy. It's
Do you want to try it in
Hong Kong Foonie, they call it.
Hong Kong Foonie?
Yeah. But it says right on there Typhoon, so they can't even make up their own minds about what their own products are called. But there's the nice folks
There's an
at
accident.
Chameleon
Just had the
Glass. And I'm using my Pokeball to clean it up a little bit.
There's a lot of gadgets. This one I like a lot.
This is as much business as I.
grinder?
I just have a bunch of pipes that
Yeah.
they need to be cleaned, and it's terrible.
There's a lot of gadgets.
I'm bad.
What do you get there? What's this here?
Tincture?
Oh yeah, this is like you can put it in your drink, and we're almost out of it because every time it comes up, I drop a little bit into my drink, and everybody else is like, "I'm good." Don't have to worry about that.
I don't know how you eat edibles all the time. I can't. I can really only just smoke a lot. If I eat edibles, I'm like a wild card.
Here's what I like. I like the fact, before I took them for the first time, somebody's like, "You're gonna be high for like 8 hours." I was like, "Finally." You know what I mean? Like, I was like, well, how long have I been missing this? Well, I like that. Some people like to be high.
I'm never high, like thinking to myself, "When am I going to come down from this?"
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, this is good.
How do we keep
I like this. What's going on right
How
now?
do we keep yeah.
Forever.
So I like that, and I like the fact where sometimes you're like, oh, I'm as high as I want to be, and then it just goes up one notch. You're like, oh, I was wrong. Now I'm as high as I want to be.
Get higher.
Yeah, it is fun. That is a fun thing about edibles is how every time is an adventure.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you can never get an exact pattern. Like I've taken some edibles where forgot I took it, and then it kicks in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's like finding a $5 bill.
3 hours ago or
It's like
whatever.
finding a $5 bill when you pull your jeans out of the dryer. You're like, $5.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'd change that story to 20 maybe.
20?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
20.
$5
All right.
I wouldn't be as excited as I am when the edible kicks in.
My brother.
It's not analogous.
My brother, not a fan of edibles. He was like, I think I'm gonna like them. I go, okay. And he goes, I'm just gonna eat what you eat. I go, I wouldn't do that. And he goes, I'm gonna do it. So he ate it, and about 2 hours later, he texted me with some numbers, and I texted him back. I go, what are those? He goes, my vitals. I'm freaking out.
Oh no.
So he took his own blood pressure and his heart rate. He was like, I go, you're taking your own vitals. I would go lay down. It's time to.
I can't be like in a CVS or wherever where they have the blood pressure test machine and not do it. I do it every time.
Do you?
Like if they found out it was bad for you, I'd be in trouble.
What do you like? You like the pressure on your arm? You like the way
Oh,
that feels?
I like being stuck there for a few seconds.
Yeah.
It's interesting to be just trapped. Like, what if I'm just stuck to this thing? No, it's not that. It's just that I just want to know that I want to know the numbers and I want to win.
Right.
I want it to fall in the right, scale. Like I don't want there to be any problems. I go in pretty cocky every time.
That's why I don't stick my arm in there.
Nobody in the world walks up to that machine with some attitude. Like, what's up?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Now there's some people
Oh
who walk
shit,
up,
that's a
you're
little
like,
tight.
and then you fall right into the zone.
Here, you want to try the
Sure.
Hong Kong Foonie?
Hong Kong Foonie.
Yeah, and we'll keep the lighters moving around so nobody gets stuck with the pink one for very
I'm
long.
gonna take this Big Lebowski to town.
Yeah, do it.
I'll do this first. Hold on.
All right, try that first.
Try this first.
But yeah,
you say you're not-
don't torch it too much, and work the carb and. Oh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody approach it that way. Instead of trying to take
Professional.
one big long hit,
Yeah.
bunch of quick short ones.
I have a problem. Sometimes I cough a lot if I don't intake air as well as the weed smoke. So I do sometimes get a little
That's pretty sneaky.
I know. I never. That's a.
I don't know.
I've never
I'm
seen
just
that
I'm just a professional,
angle.
man. I don't know. It just happens.
You're natural, is what you are.
I
You're
like the way you
he's like the
sprung it on
natural.
us. Sometimes I cough when I smoke weed. It's this thing I do.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, you guys don't do it, but
But,
I've learned how to avoid it, and that's by sucking in air.
Yeah.
Extra
I found
air.
that breathing air really helps with the not coughing.
Isn't
So
that
breathing,
weird?
Yeah, the
That's
breathing
so
of
weird.
air.
Yeah.
It's like my body's trying to tell me something.
But the coughing can be awful sometimes.
But that's
I've seen other people that have more coughing fits than I generally have, but
My one friend Brent, it sounds like he's dying every time he smokes weed, and he's fine, but it's he'll take that one big hit, and then you feel his stomach bubbling, which is dry heave cough. But then he's just well, I'm gonna be higher than you because I cough so hard because it's.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I think
I mean, because I've sat at my
maybe
house.
it's you physically shake your head enough.
I've sat at my house not high and tried to cough myself into being high, and it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So coughing alone without being high
He's having a
doesn't do it.
that's why you don't feel like you're high when you have a cold. Or
Yeah.
You have the quarterback booze. You just
Yeah.
have a little bit. You hold it in as long as you can.
Do you really
Cough
think
it all
coughing
out.
helps?
I don't know.
it feels to me like
still get high no matter what.
It means it's it's rattled your cage.
Right.
If you're coughing, it's doing stuff to you, and I think part of the reason people feel higher after coughing is because they have the pleasant high and they're not fucking coughing anymore. While you're
true.
coughing, it's
That's
so
a very good
ugh,
way
I
to
hate
take
this
that.
coughing.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as it stops, this is an amazing high.
Violently shaking yourself.
You want the answer here?
Oh,
Yeah.
Daniel Kellison with
Google.
flying in with the info.
When you cough, your lungs are gasping for air. It's an instinct which is stuck with us from time as reptiles millions of years ago. When you cough, your lungs expand, and certain areas of your lung are exposed to smoke that wouldn't have been had you not coughed. So you're actually taking.
Oh, you're
more
taking in
smoke.
more marijuana?
So what it's
Whatever
telling you
smoke.
is the actual only healthy parts of your lung are now being exposed. So congratulations, whenever you cough, you're now just getting it
making it
deeper
worse.
and deeper. Yeah. So
Brett, stop. Stop smoking, Brett.
We're going to get
Please.
into some municipal pot news after the break, but we already have to go to a break. This is flying by.
Sheesh.
We will see you guys back here in a few moments. Hey, everybody.
Jesus Christ, the dog is here.
I'm high now. Steve, Jonah, how you guys doing down there? You look like you were posing for Mount Rushmore.
My point being, let's make a pyramid.
I thought if we're gonna do it live in front of an audience, why not go for full-blown train wreck?
Where do we do weed bits into this? How come
Dorf on marijuana.
You know, dabs make them sound a lot more harmless than they are. Just a dab.
On the fucking flaming balls of Kathy Lee Gifford.
Did you say 31? Harris, that's insane. We'll be right back.
The camera's there. I say it.
They started WWW. Don't mean to trouble you. The end of whatever that idea was going to be. Let's end it now.
Oh boy, that was a lot of fun that we've had at Largo over the first. How many Largo shows have we done? 5? 6? Anyway, the next one is on March 2nd at Largo on La Cienega. Tickets are on sale now. We'll put something up on the screen so you can find the tickets. And it's just a super fun show. Josh did it one time.
Blast. Who's doing it this time?
Well, you know, I like to keep it a secret.
Oh.
But I can say this, the first time, it's a hard show to book, you know, because we need 5 people instead of 1 or 2. And it's the first time ever where we're this far out from the date. It's not till March 2nd, and I've already got 5, like, amazing guests lined up. Like, it's gonna be, at least on paper, the best one ever. It might not be the funniest one, because, you know, one of them might not bring a dog this time. 1,900 viewers right now, and 14, which is always nice because you know the time of day and what day it floats around now because we're trying to adapt to the guests' availability, and also give different parts of the country the 420 moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today the East Coast got
gets
high with us. Yeah.
Do you ever
That's
do?
where
Do
I'm
you ever?
from, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
So yeah,
People-
so you won't have any kind of a, what do they call it, jet lag?
No jet lag from my 420.
Yeah.
And I'll get to do it all over again in another couple hours.
Daniel brought out a lighter that he's going to put out on the table. That every time somebody uses it, I'm going to have to warn them to not
I just
where
love
to
keep
put
away
their
from
fingers.
children.
I love his reason why he brought it out here. I got a kid. I got a kid.
I can't have this at home
I
anymore.
can't have it at home. Like,
I can't even have it in a situation like this. I mean, what? It's not a very practical
Yeah,
lighter,
I mean,
but I'm gonna try it because it's a monkey. It's
Finger around the
in
side.
honor of Joey Diaz. I'm gonna light the monkey.
yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty confusing.
Johnny Chimpo.
I'll get some, tweets from people saying, you should use hemp wick because butane is bad for you as well. And I don't disagree with that sentiment, but also, at least on this show, I don't want to be like with the wick. It's just an extra bit of business,
pain in the dick.
It's a pain in the dick.
It's a pain in the dick.
Does hemp wick make a monkey lighter? I don't think so. So, I mean, when they start stepping up their game with this, that's heavy.
That's what I said when he handed it to me.
That's a heavy monkey.
That we should just go and do a man on the street thing where we just say, hey, would you like to hold this?
And hear what they say.
And then they get taken. The first thing they're going to say is, this is heavy.
It's heavy.
Oh,
It's really oddly heavy.
It's a dense, heavy
Yeah, that's
monkey
another
lighter.
reason to get it out of the house.
Yeah.
I have to touch it now.
Yeah.
Because both of you, it is heavy.
Yeah. All right, it's a little different. You're not expected it to be that heavy.
All right, you guys, we got to do some pot topics, but also I wanted to bring up something that I'm going to try. Pot topics. It's that we got to do something. Not that they're happening now. But mango. The word on the streets about mango is that if you eat it an hour before getting high, it will increase your high by a lot.
I tried dry mango.
That did not work.
That did not work.
We got fresh
Has to be
mango.
Moist, wet mango. Sorry, I said it. I'll
We
continue
got
to say it.
some moist mango from our friends over at Licorice Joe's, and but you're supposed to eat it an hour before you get high. We didn't know that part.
But what if you're high and then you just smoke in an hour? Well, you think it'll enhance
Yeah, but
that smoke?
what if I smoke an hour from now? It doesn't matter.
I think we should be the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's just-
we'll still be smoking an hour from now. Let's
It'll be fun.
have some mango, you guys.
I told you when you said we're gonna be eating mango, I thought you were talking about Chris Kattan. So I was like,
And I said, I'm sorry, I gotta take that cap back. That was a little
you're
scary.
gonna eat mango. I was like, well, okay.
Oh my God,
All right.
mango. Is it good? Is it good mango?
I mean, it's delicious.
It's delicious. It's mango.
Okay.
All
I
right.
just never crave mango.
No?
Yeah. Now that I'm eating it, it's not doing much for me.
What do you crave?
Yeah, what do you crave?
Ice cream, pizza.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, just garbage. I have terrible taste. I mean, I just like junk food.
I think if you eat one more piece of mango a day, you'll develop a craving for mango, and you'll know what that mango craving is.
You think it's basically the 2 pieces of mango keep you coming back for more.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
We barely
scary.
can get through this
My
first
mom,
one.
my mom is a nutritionist. She taught me a lot of stuff.
And that was it.
That was one of them.
All right, I'm gonna have another one then.
You struggled through that piece, and you're going back for one more.
Yeah, maybe I'll even take the biggest one.
What's your thought process here? You struggled through that piece. Like
I'm a show off when I'm when people are watching. That's why I say no to every shot offered to me at the bar, at the comedy club, or next door to the club, or wherever. I get a lot of offers for shots, and if you say yes, next thing you know, you're just fucking
Happened to me once.
so
yeah,
drunk
okay,
every
let's
night.
go 1 and 1.
I threw up on stage.
Oh boy.
I was at a club in Baton Rouge, and they kept sending shots up. And I told them, hey guys, just so you know, you send one more shot up, and for sure I'm throwing up. And it came up on stage, and I was like, I'm not. And then when a shot gets sent up on stage, if you don't do it, the entire crowd just starts going, do it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
there's
they're
no way to go
bummed
back.
out.
There's no way to go back.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, and I said, but please bring a trash can up on stage. And they brought one up on stage, and I took the shot, and about 7 seconds later, I threw up like you wouldn't believe.
All right into the basket, or did it go everywhere?
But like, one of those throw ups where it's like a heavy arch back, like whoa, like one of
The
those.
sound you're making, the way your eyes are bulging
no, it's
out.
mango, so good.
But yeah, I threw up it was terrible.
Wow.
That's why I don't do them anymore either.
I played a show
Throwing
once
up's one of my least favorite things to do.
in Syracuse.
That's common.
And yeah, who likes
I'll
to
write
throw
it
up?
out.
What makes you like to?
If I feel like I'm gonna throw up, I won't let it happen. I'll like really struggle with it for hours.
I wish I had that
opposite.
problem. I can't.
I just want to get
Just
it
get
out.
it out, yeah.
I
just
think
do
about
it.
it is I think about it and bam.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
the
oh,
trouble
now
with that
I'm
is you have
gonna throw
vomit
up.
in your mouth.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you have to fix that by letting it out.
No, I'm saying I just sit there and hold it in and just
But you feel
ride it out.
miserable,
Yeah,
sir.
sweating like
That's terrible.
Probably lose 4 pounds.
But you feel miserable and you just hold it, you choke it down.
Doesn't happen that often, first of all.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, I just hate vomiting, so I just push it the other way.
Some people are pukers and some people can hold it in. I have to.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
disgusting.
get out.
It's
the worst.
disgusting.
It's terrible.
You know, it's not disgusting.
This mango?
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Let's do some pot topics for reals. This first one is about how University of Buffalo's Research Institute on Addictions has shown that marijuana may be useful for treating depression. Tests were done on lab animals. They found some depressed lab animals.
Yeah, how do you tell, by the way? How do you
Well,
tell?
they're the ones that have been
These
in the
mice
cage
are
for
really
like 6
down.
weeks,
Yeah, how do you tell?
know?
They don't run through the maze with as much gusto as some of the other mice.
They put on the
They
Three
were all-
Stooges and the one that
They
don't
were
wash
all
it,
just
or-
calves.
Yeah.
Little baby calves. This whole thing.
Who's in charge of being like this and that mouse happy? That one? Like who's?
I don't know. You know how it is. They're scientists. They spoon feed us what happened. They're just saying.
Harold only went on the spinning wheel for 3 minutes today.
You gotta get your mic. I can't tell which one of these guys.
no.
Mike's the guy.
Like they're like, they're like X-raying their brains or something. Like this doesn't say how they did it. It just says that they did it, that they figured it out.
I love how we just gloss past that. Like that's part of we assume like, well, they're scientists. Well, they clearly
but really
can
what
tell
are they doing?
if a mouse has a little bipolar. Like they can tell.
I mean, there are so
Harold
many.
hasn't been eating his fritters regularly. I'm convinced that he's just been moping around in the corner of that cage, just chilling.
There's so many, things like this coming out about pot all the time,
Yeah.
And like, when was the last time there was a new piece of information about alcohol that we didn't know about, other than just how bad it is?
No, but especially the healing stuff. I've been reading all this stuff about how not just how the THC can stop the cancer cells, that it actually, I'm reading some stuff where it fights them back. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Pot and driving.
Very pro.
Where do you guys stand on pot and driving?
I'll tell you in 10 minutes when I get out of here.
Well, you're not driving.
Good one.
I do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Do it.
We all do it sometimes.
But I will tell you,
I really try not to, and this show's really helped me out in that regard because it's it's my job to be here every week, but I also don't have to drive to and from the set.
I do it rarely, very rarely, but every now and then you just kind of find yourself.
I don't think it's it's again. I guess it's kind of weird because you'd say the same things. Well, I drink a lot, so I know how to handle it.
I was
It's
sexually
different,
assaulted
like-
by an Uber driver. I'm just going to say it.
You were?
Should I have given him 2 stars or 1 when I rated him after?
How many fingers did he use?
Is that how many stars you should get?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So 5 stars.
Yeah, 5
for
stars.
doing that to me.
5 stars.
Oh,
It's a
God.
5-star trip. So you really gotta.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, totally sounds like a real thing, has concluded that driving after smoking pot does not make you more likely to get in a car crash, especially, applause over there, especially compared to driving after drinking.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Marijuana does impact a driver's senses, and nobody should attempt to drive after smoking. The study says it has little actual impact on the crash rate.
Let me ask you, what?
People drinking alcohol, on the other hand, were 4 times more likely to crash at 0.08, which is
the limit,
fucking
right?
nothing.
That's the.
But
That's
what's
3 drinks probably.
when you're high? What's the biggest thing that changes about you when you drive? For me, the biggest thing is
concern that people are going to know I'm driving high.
so you end up you're
obey all the rules. I do
I'm in
it.
the right-hand lane.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact thing.
It makes you not drive like an asshole.
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
not high, I want to get where I'm going.
Yes.
I dart around in traffic and do shit I probably shouldn't be doing.
I get the middle
When I'm high, I'm
finger
just
all the
like, be
time.
cool, be cool.
That's all in my head too. Is keep it together.
Yeah.
Come on, keep it together. Just keep it together. But when you're drunk,
You 2 kids, watch it back there.
who wants to come up and
Have
drive?
Daddy on board.
Which one of you feels like you can drive right now? Which one is the best?
Oh, I coughed. I'm so high.
Got so much more smoke in you, bro.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah.
Pot and running. There's endurance runners. Apparently, pot's good for that.
Why?
I hope it's on this card.
This is where I draw the line.
Well, I just don't.
It takes the stress out of it. Makes them de-stressed.
Yeah, but you're putting
Long distance runners.
But you're putting smoke into your
Endurance
lungs.
runners.
I know 2 people that did the New York City Marathon and ate edibles before they
ate
left
edibles,
during
that
the
I
whole
could-
thing, and they smoked weed too, for sure.
Wait,
Put it on your mixtape. Eat your edible.
There's never been
Run
any
12 miles or 20 miles.
Oh, also,
It's a marathon,
it
it's
helps with
24 miles.
pain.
24 miles. Yeah,
It
that's
also
crazy.
helps with pain. It makes
Yeah.
them feel less pain. Like
You know what would make you feel
their
less
ankles
pain?
and shit.
Not running 24 fucking miles.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
you'd
with
be
you.
pretty
I'm with
pain-free.
you on that for sure.
Have you ever, in your any ounce of your being, ever wanted to run a marathon?
No.
never even an ounce of my being would be like, I think I would like to run 24 miles in a row today.
But they've officially recognized that it would be a performance enhancer to be on pot.
Really?
So a lot of the runners don't say they don't smoke it or don't smoke it because they want to keep everything ethical.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, that's what they say. I mean, I know they've said that about other things, and it's kind of bullshit. All right, garbage doesn't work here. Continues. Did we get some Twitter questions during the thing here? Could you take that off my hands, please? Sure. And I'll see if there's anything I can ask you guys. Because how are we doing on time? It must be almost time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's flying by, you guys.
4 minutes till 11.
Between the mangoes and the coughing, I've really
Taking it to the next level?
really learned how to get high finally. Really,
Don't forget about the breathing.
really doing it right.
Yeah, remember put air in.
Yeah, the air in there.
Somebody called Spread Your Bread on Twitter. What?
Tattoos. We want more talk about asshole tats.
Spread your bread.
Yeah, that's a good one. You are, if you want to look them up and say hi.
Yeah.
Spread Your Bread. Danny, do you still talk to anyone from Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Thanks for your question. Spread your bread. You shot your load in your name. The question wasn't nearly as fun as your name.
Not nearly, but it couldn't have been. There's no way a question could have beat spread your bread.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I'm just gonna start screaming at the people when I'm driving down the street. Spread your bread! What the fuck?
It's a pretty.
But
that
if you,
person might never forget that.
if you scream it with conviction, like it's something they're supposed to know.
Yeah.
Hey, spread your bread! What?
Okay, wait, what?
When I was like, I don't know, a teenager, there was this kid down the street that I didn't get along with, and from like 2 blocks away one time, he yelled at me something I'll never forget because it was such a weird insult coming from a kid younger than me and yelling it really loud for an entire neighborhood to hear. You listen to mellow radio.
I mean, what the? That would have shook me to my core.
Yeah, I'll never forget
because
that.
It's
Never
really
forget it.
specific.
I can
but
picture the
who
whole thing.
cares? But like,
It's, yeah.
Do people hate that? Did that like must have thrown doubt into your
It's the
whole?
kind of burn that just there's nobody around to laugh or not laugh. It's just you got to
Think
hear
about
it
it.
and figure out what was
what that means.
what did that mean? Was that? I think it was pretty funny. I mean, even then,
so
I was pretty,
funny, yeah.
pretty kind of amused by it. But I didn't smoke weed back then, so.
Listen, for something to be so specific but also not mean anything is not
It
easy
mean a
to
lot
do.
more right now if I'm a, people
Yeah.
think of me like some sort of hippie listening to mellow radio.
Mellow radio. What is that? What is that? Just like Matchbox 20 the whole day? Like what's mellow radio?
Remember when the Sweat Hogs would use the insult "up your hole with a mellow roll"? I, as a kid, thought there was something called MELLOW roll. I didn't know that there was a specific roll that's just called, I don't know how it's spelled, MELO or something. But
Is it a candy mellows? So is the candy roll mellows?
there's lots of
Rolos.
Rolos. There are lots of juicy Rolos in a roll for you.
Yeah.
If you're choosy about what you chew.
You can roll a roll.
Real
to
milk
your
chocolate
cow.
and caramel too. To chew, 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 chew. We'll be right back after this message.
Great day today, morning.
That's my
They say LA is the home of the fakes. That's why I keep my residence east of Silver Lakes. Doing what it takes to get by and get a piece of the pie. I gotta buy a bunch of stuff that starts with I. Phones, Macs, and pads, you better go ask your dad what it was like in the old days they had. Artists and crafts and skills, that's how they stack the bills. Nowadays, people only know how to snack on pills. For reals, don't you think that I can tell by the way that you act that you're going through hell? The psychological frontier is finally here. That's why I slam a beer and try to have no fear. Every night I dream I'm in a haunted house full of malevolent ghosts just trying to come out. They wanna put me in a grave, but I'll never be a slave to another soul's misery. It's me that they trying to bum out. Bump this with this dragon, that's my Chinese zodiac.
Whoa, we're back. That was fast. Everything's been fast today, so congratulations to this blend of indica and sativa that we've been enjoying. Yeah, round of applause for that.
Clap for that.
Oh, great dinner we had. Danny Tamberelli.
Yes, sir.
manboobscomedy.com.
Oh, yeah.
And dannyandmike.com.
That's good.
For all of your personal
needs.
appearances, needs
stuff.
You got some headshots on there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
You sign them and send them out?
Oh,
Yeah, like a link to your...
It's a big business. It's a really big business these days.
How's your IMDb page? Is it a good place to go?
Oh, I'd say it's fairly accurate, yeah.
Okay. Josh Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be at the Arlington Draft House, a really sweet, gigantic venue in Arlington, Virginia, across the river from D.C. on February 20th and 21st. And then on March 3rd and 5th, another club I like to play, a Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's got like a fun kind of basement garden party vibe.
Yeah, and kind
Like
of
the
low
ground is like you're
ceilings, too.
outside on a patio.
I love it. I really love it.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's like it's cave-like.
Yeah.
I do 420 shows there, and there's no light streams in, so it just feels like we're in the cave at night. Great story. I'm gonna do my plugs really quick, and then you guys get to see a magic trick. I'm doing a stand-up this Saturday in Traverse City, Michigan, as part of the Traverse City Winter Comedy Festival. Bunch of shows there, actually. And then April 1st, I'm at the Tacoma Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington. My first time playing that place. And on May 18th, I'm playing a barbecue place, Moe's Original, in Mobile, Alabama. You ever go to Mobile?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but
It's my first time. And it's weird coincidence that they just allowed gay marriage or whatever. I don't want to get gay married. I just.
that's not why. Who's opening for you?
I've just always wanted to play. I want to play a show in every state.
Yeah.
And Alabama's been a long holdout for some reason.
Well, what about you never did Stardome? The Stardome?
No, but I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Birmingham.
Yeah. I got some tweets. Come to fucking Birmingham, you piece of shit.
Yeah, those are the ones. I've gotten those too. We must have the same people tweeting at us.
People really just think, oh shit, you're right. I meant to go to Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying with that.
Yeah, they
with
get
that
mad at
Mobile
you.
shit.
Why haven't you fucking been to Jacksonville? It's not up to me where I go. Like people book me, so that I have.
Right.
I can't just show up in the city.
But
and
you
be
tell
like,
them that, and
hey.
they're gonna hound the local comedy club.
I have a friend
Yeah.
in Columbus.
All of my dates and deets and links are at douglovesmovies.com. You can get mugs and T-shirts and even blue cards. We'll send people these cards.
Really?
Yeah, I just put a stamp on them. Hashtag cards for humanity. We call it. But I sign some of them and write weird things on some of them. But they're the actual note cards from the show. People like it for some reason.
Just did it.
I can't, we're doing everything we can to, keep the show afloat. Gotta pay for the production. That's why we're doing another Live at Largo show, and tickets are on sale now. bit.ly/DougTix. Are you guys ready to see a magic trick?
I am. I'm pretty
Oh
psyched.
my God, so exciting. I look forward to this part of the show. It's game time.
Hey guys.
What's up?
All right, Danny, do you want a red card or a black card?
I'll take a red card.
Okay, hearts or diamonds?
Diamonds.
All right, Josh, do you want a high card or a low card?
High card.
All right, you make it 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, or King.
Do I have to tell you?
Yeah, just any one of
King.
those. The King? Okay, sure. Check this out. I actually turned over one card in this deck. The King of Diamonds. Between the two of you. Every other card has a black X through it.
Where are you going?
Wait, what just happened?
You guys are stunned.
That was, yeah.
What?
But you know, you're friends with Gabe.
Yeah.
You guys are pals, so you've seen a lot of
I've
his
seen a
back
few of
alley
these.
stoner magic.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? That's listen, I'm gonna be honest. That's the first one that's worked.
Oh, you just happened to be here on ones where
Yeah.
something went wrong because, like, you know, having the comics, you know.
Yeah. Well,
don't
that one
go
I have no
after
idea
you while
what
you're
happened.
trying to do a trick.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
what just
tricky.
happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened there.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
I loved it, yeah.
Mellow Roll is a what you call it? It's an ice cream in a cone kind of thing. It's like a product called Mellow Roll, which I guess doesn't exist anymore. And also, I wanted to mention that a dude came in and was like, said he's going to write a story about the show for the LA Times, and so he did interviews with me and some of the people involved in the show. And then I heard it was in the LA Times yesterday.
Front page.
It's on the fucking cover of the LA
Yeah.
Times. This very nice, just states the facts. Doesn't take any pot shots.
But you know what?
So to speak. You know, like no sentences that read like pothead Doug Benson decided to do. Like it was just very respectful.
real article.
Awesome.
And a real article, and it was super cool. And there it is right there. A copy just flew in.
Here's my favorite part is that
Oh, good. There's a favorite part.
it says comic Doug Benson has turned a fondness for marijuana. Fondness.
Oh yes. I'm so fond of it. I'm thinking about asking it out this Saturday, Valentine's Day.
Has
I'm
turned
so
a
fond
fondness
of
for
marijuana.
marijuana. Yeah. You like it? I'm fond of it.
I cherish my time with marijuana.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
was definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, so it's crazy, but it just calls me comic Doug Benson. It doesn't say, you know, stoner comic or whatever. And it's just very, very good article. I mean, obviously, when they don't write anything mean, you like it. But
No, but not condescending
this
at
guy
all
went out
either.
of his way to just really do a good job of covering it. But it also reminds you that how news and reporting works, that stuff is going to be wrong. There's stuff that's wrong in this article, little things, but does that mean every other story that they're selling us has got little things that are wrong
Tell
in
me
it?
what's wrong in yours.
Oh, I'd have to dig for it, but like there's just a couple things where I was like, well, that's not right. It's got my age is wrong, doesn't have my age right, and a couple other things, but great article though.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good.
But that's the stoner in me, you know, like overthinking it and not just going, oh, that was cool.
It was good. There were no tiny jabs or it wasn't condescending at all. It was
Yeah. And a lot of people,
legitimate
when they
article.
write stuff, they don't mean to necessarily be condescending, but it's just easy to go to that.
Yeah, but
you
that
know?
wasn't.
Like, you know, like Nancy Grace's, you're high when somebody's arguing about marijuana.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, great argument. Thank you for.
Yes, and what else?
I love the guys that go on those things and they are really marijuana activists just because of that. It's a civil rights issue and it's not, you know, it's not necessarily about, you know, they don't even
Not
smoke
smoking
weed.
it, yeah.
Like those guys are great because they can make all the arguments and then she can't shout back at them. You're just high.
But here's the thing, like, and maybe I haven't heard anyone say this to her, but when 2 Chainz was. Right?
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
But she kept saying,
I went off about that.
What about the 2-year-old who smoked?
Yeah.
Listen, how many people, first of all, when they grew up, did their
Marijuana cookie!
Yeah, but how many people grew up and their parents put whiskey in their lips or their gums to put them to sleep? Like,
Or
do you know what I mean?
whatever.
All that
like,
shit, right?
people do shitty. People are
all that
shitty.
shit. But that doesn't mean, that's the whole thing, right? So that
People are stupid. Somebody put their poodle in a microwave. You know,
What?
it's happened.
That's true.
Or it's folklore, but whatever. You know, like
That's a big difference, dude. Either this horrific thing really
I
happened.
saw it in a
or
movie
it
called The
didn't.
Willies.
Or it didn't.
A poodle in the microwave.
We gotta go. We're running late. And that was a terrible image to put in your heads before leaving the show. We love dogs here at. Was there one that had dog in the title? Dog deserves wannabe Hitlers. Here at Dog Deserves Wannabe Hitlers, we love dogs. Josh Wolf. Danny Tamberelli. I wasn't sure. I paused weirdly because I didn't know if they were saving it for the end. I didn't know if they'd applaud for you individually. But thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Great job. And I said your plugs. Yeah, we're good. And the next time we'll be back is 1 week from today at 3:15 Pacific time. So we will see you next Tuesday.